Hey everybody, happy Thursday. Welcome into Northern Life here on Northern News Now. Here with Briggs and Hunter. I am Ryan, the final day of February, but we'll also talk more about that coming up in just a little bit.
Yeah, nice. Crazy. We get a little extra day here. I know we're going to talk about that also in a little bit. Kind of cool that it's leap day, you know?
Yeah, I can't believe it's just already March.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. The winter has just flown by.
Let's get to the 70s. Let's go.
Are we in spring? Are we in winter?
I don't know anymore.
No one knows.
Coming up today, we're going to be sharing our full story from the Ranch Supper Club in Hayward, Wisconsin, trying a true old-fashioned and hearing from the owners about how special it is to serve their community.
We also have our very own reporter Taryn Simmons in studio with us today. She's been so kind as to make us a few family recipes, and so we'll talk about her love for cooking as well as her time working here in Duluth. And if you're looking at the calendar wondering why we're still in February, it's because it is Leap Day today. Happy Leap Day to you folks out there. Yeah. And our calendar has 365 days, but it actually takes 365.25 days for the Earth to orbit the sun. So we got some fun facts for you today. Back in 46 BC, Julius Caesar began the practice of adding an extra day every 4 years to fix the discrepancy. But it resulted in 10 extra days by 1582, and that's why Pope Gregory XIII created a new calendar with February 29th as the official leap day.
Wow, you could say Julius Caesar was stabbed in the back, by the Pope.
I didn't realize popes were in charge of calendars.
Yeah, I don't know how he got that position of authority.
Yeah,
that's cool. I was doing some reading saying like how our seasons would change if we didn't do a leap day. It would change dramatically. Apparently.
Wow.
I don't know if you can attest to that being a meteorologist.
I guess being one day off, eventually it would accrue to the point where February might be in, I don't know, spring or summer or something like that, basically. That's crazy.
That could be kind of fun. Keep us guessing all the time, you know?
What season are we in?
Each year.
Let's change it. Let's take away the leap day.
It's got to go by how you feel that day. This is spring, isn't it? Okay. It's kind of how we're doing right now.
Play it by ear. Yeah.
As we enjoy this extra day, you can get out and take advantage of a few leap day deals. According to USA Today, Chipotle is offering a free side of guacamole on their app. That's if you order on their app. Staples is giving away 29,000 free passport photos. I do need one of those. That is kind of a random giveaway, though, on a leap day. Yeah. Meanwhile, Noodles & Company is offering a 29% discount to their members. Dunkin' has a $2 deal for a specialty drink, and Buffalo Wild Wings has a BOGO deal on their boneless wings. Surprised that Buffalo Wild Wings is still able to offer that deal after their big Super Bowl deal.
Oh, yeah.
What was that now?
They offered free wings because the Super Bowl went in that overtime.
Oh!
And that was just recently. And so they got two big deals going if you want some wings.
I know, they're handing them out like hotcakes.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a frequenter at B-Dubs. It's my favorite restaurant, I would say. I love B-Dubs. Wow. Every Thursday is BOGO boneless wings. So it's nothing special today.
Can you add on the two? Is it like BOGO Thursday mixed with a leap day?
Like a three-quarters of the price off?
What would that be? FOGO?
There is a restaurant called FOGO. Fogo de Chao.
Yeah,
down in the steakhouse.
Chances are they're not offering leap day deals.
True, probably not. But I wonder, even if, because they offer that every Thursday, it sounds like, is it even special for Leap Day then?
Probably not. I would think that it's just another Thursday, and they're like, hey, come down here. It's Leap Day, I don't know, but I don't know what's going on.
I know a few restaurants locally, too, are doing special parties for people who were born on a Leap Day. I think there's one happening in Duluth. Vikra, I think, was doing something fun tonight.
Cool.
Yeah, and then one of our reporters is actually heading up to the range today to talk to a couple who decided to get married on Leap Day. So they're celebrating their anniversary. I'm not sure which anniversary it is or how they count their anniversaries, if they've only been married for, 1 year, even though their wedding was 4 years ago. Same with counting your birthday or deciding which day do you celebrate your birthday on.
We were just talking on the 4 o'clock news about a lady who turned 100 years old and her birthday's on Leap Day, so she's technically 25 years old, which is super, super weird. So I don't know how you count that if you have a birthday or anniversary on Leap Day.
And as I was doing the reading for Leap Day traditions and whatnot, apparently it's an Irish tradition that women propose to men in Ireland on Leap Day. So if you're watching us in Ireland, be on the lookout for a proposal. Who knows?
Roles reversed.
Well, with this extra day in 2024, that means one more day of work. And according to new research, 1 in 8 Americans take no breaks during the workday. The study was done by one poll in Pacific Foods. Americans say the perfect break lasts about 17 minutes, with people wanting to spend their time listening to music or enjoying a snack or even a meal without any distractions. The 1 in 8 who don't take breaks also say they consider every day to be a busy day.
Wow, interesting.
I feel that's pretty true for our industry because things just keep coming at you all day longer. A lot of our reporters too, they zip around our coverage area, which as you all know is quite large. So often taking a break is difficult to do, but very important, of course, to find a little bit of a rest, during the workday for sure.
The structures, I mean, for us too, we obviously do the show and then you do the 5, Hunter and I do the 4 p.m. So there's a little structure there, but since every day is so different, it might be hard to like catch a break during the day.
Yeah, some days are super busy and some days are a little bit lighter, but you know, it's always, like you said, it's important. You got to find time to take a break.
Yeah, even if you just walk up to, you know, or even a different room for where you're working and, you know, take a 5-minute breather.
Especially for lunch.
I know a lot of, I think, creative service people. Don't they use this room in here to kind of, you know, settle down?
Telling our secrets, Hunter. You're giving away our secrets upstairs.
I've never seen this.
When we're not in here, there's nobody in this room. So I feel like, you know, I've never done that before. I've got my own room downstairs.
Real quick, as we wait for summer in Duluth to come, voting is now open for the 8 movies that were going to be featured in downtown Duluth's 2024 Movies in the Park series, rather. They have 14 movies to choose from, which will then be dwindled down to 8, and those will run every Friday from July 12th through August 30th. So I believe there is a link to vote on the movies on the Downtown Duluth Facebook page, so make sure to check it out.
Always a fun time. Hey, and we're going to head to break here. We're going to be talking with Taryn Simmons, who's going to be sharing a few family recipes. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, folks. Today we're excited to welcome to the studio one of our fellow Northern News Now employees.
She's one of our awesome reporters all the way from Detroit, Michigan, and a graduate of Southern Connecticut State University. We have Taryn Simmons here with us today. Thank you so much for being here, Taryn.
I'm excited to eat this.
I know, you're the one behind these incredible desserts, and we're going to talk a whole lot more about them in just a couple minutes. We're going to try not to eat them before we get to learn a little bit about you as a person. How have you enjoyed your time in Duluth so far?
I like it. Honestly, today is super like nice outside. It looks like spring. I'm so glad it's not snowing because I hate snow and I cannot drive in the snow.
You had it pretty easy this winter so far, Taryn.
They're good.
Yeah, right? Oh.
But you're used to the snow a little bit because you've spent some time in, you know, Michigan and Connecticut, right?
Yeah. So like when it would snow in Connecticut and Michigan, it's nothing compared to like Minnesota snow. Like I heard that last year in Minnesota, it's like the worst winter ever. I was like, you know what, I'm so glad I did not graduate in 2022.
You got good timing there, Taryn. That's perfect. But we did some digging on your bio a little bit here, and according to your bio, you can speak Mandarin. Is that true?
Yeah.
A little bit anyway?
Wow.
So how did you learn that? Where did you learn that from?
For 4 years in high school, I can introduce myself. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 大家好，我的名字是 Taryn Simmons， 我学中文4年。
Wow. I'm so impressed that, you know, you learned that in high school and you still remember it now, because a lot of my Spanish that I took away from high school and college has been wiped from my memory. But that's fantastic. What made you want to study Mandarin?
My school offered like different, like they offered Arabic, French, Spanish, Chinese, Italian. I took Italian, but then I realized like I just couldn't pronounce it that well. And then my friend in high school was like, I'm taking Chinese, so you should take it too. And I was like, okay, because we didn't have that many classes together. And I was like, you know what? I got this one class with this girl. Her name is Haley Yan. And I wanted to be there with her. So I was like, you know what? Let me learn it. And I've made a lot of friends from Chinese class. Like most of my friends are Chinese Americans, but they don't speak Mandarin Chinese though. They speak Cantonese, which is a different dialect of Chinese.
I bet it sounds very different.
It does sound very different. And I used Chinese a lot when I used to work at the casino in Connecticut.
Oh, wow.
There were a lot of like Chinese speakers, and if they spoke Cantonese, I'd be like, I can't understand you, but I'm gonna find somebody else who can.
I should ask too, what did you say when you were introducing yourself there a minute ago?
Oh, I was saying
English.
I was saying, hello, my name is Taryn Simmons. I studied Chinese for 4 years.
Wow.
And it was actually Chinese New Year about 2 Saturdays ago. So do you guys want to learn how to say Happy Chinese New Year in Mandarin? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm gonna go 新年快乐. So it's like 新年快乐. 新年快乐.
新年快乐.
Yeah! Good job.
We got it down.
Awesome.
That's super cool.
And it sounds like back in college too, you were on your school's YouTube series as a co-anchor. What did you do for that? I think maybe we have some video. Is that right?
There it is. That's awesome.
You look fantastic. I don't know what you're saying no about. You were owning it.
You
Is
look
this
so
how you got into journalism?
Yeah. Oh, you guys are getting on me.
What made you want to study journalism?
It's because I was really big into Wattpad and I liked writing stories.
Oh.
And then I remember one time I was working, I've had a plethora of jobs. I worked at KFC, Taco Bell, and somebody said, you look like you belong on TV. And I was like, you know what, okay.
Hey, that's
Why
a
not?
pretty nice compliment.
Exactly.
Very nice. And look at you now on TV.
Yep.
You love to see it. And February, of course, is Black History Month as well. So you wanted to introduce us to some dishes that have meant a lot to your family over time. So tell us about these fantastic desserts that you so kindly made for us to try today.
Yeah, so this first one is a Southern pound cake, and I add a little twist to it. I put strawberry strawberry jam icing on it, and then this one right here is sweet potato pie.
Oh my God.
It's made of like sweet potatoes, butter, sugar, eggs, and a little bit of like baking powder, and they're all homemade. They took me 4 hours exactly to make because I set a timer, because I asked my grandmother and I was like, do you know how long I'm supposed to keep them in for? She said, I don't know, just keep looking at them. And I was like, okay.
Oh, funny.
Keep looking at them.
Just keep looking, keep looking at them,
that's
basically.
always, a motherly instinct to pass on to their daughter too when they're baking. It's like, oh, you'll figure it out.
Yes.
You'll figure it out as you go. I'm like, oh man, will I? But let's take a bite now.
Should we try
Finally,
this?
I
Yeah,
know
okay.
we've been very anxious to try your work, Taryn. So tell us a little bit about the tradition of this baking with your mom and your grandma and your great aunts.
So for sweet potato pie actually is a culturally Black American dish. We don't normally eat pumpkin pie, which is something that I've heard like a lot from people saying like, oh, like you should really try pumpkin pie. I've never tried it before, and I probably should now that I'm like talking about it. I'm sorry. I'm salivating over this.
Amazing. Look at that.
So excited to try your pie. Okay, so we're gonna take a bite here. I'll let you take the first bite,
Okay,
Taryn.
because I don't know what it tastes like.
I'm sure it's delicious. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's good.
Okay. Oh, you're right.
Oh yeah.
I could have a lot of this.
Seriously.
It's good.
Oh my God. Okay, but we're gonna try the pound cake too, real
Probably,
quick.
yeah. We probably might have to try that during the break. We're just about out of time here, but.
Ma'am, thank you so much, Taryn, for joining us today. These are fantastic. We're gonna share the recipes on our web story at northernnewsnow.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I mean, those desserts that Taryn brought in.
Yeah,
My golly.
they were so good.
Oh, and the bundt cake, is that what it's called? A bundt
Pound cake,
Pound cake,
yeah.
pound cake.
Yeah.
So thick, so moist, you know, it was so good. And she put that, I think it was raspberry drizzle on top too.
Strawberry or something?
Was it
Yeah.
strawberry?
It was
And
some sort of berry.
it made the whole thing,
Yeah,
and it was
yeah.
so good.
The sweet potato pie, too. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, hey, with its history reaching back into the early days of the city's birth, the Ranch Supper Club has been known for great food and honest cocktails.
Yeah, for years now, it's been a family affair, carrying on the supper club tradition for the next generation.
Yeah, we got to stop by for a visit, learning what makes that dining experience so special, as we also got to try a Wisconsin staple.
Welcome to the ranch. People have been really embracing what we've been doing. We kind of provide that traditional experience, but still also offer some of our own influences and some of the things that inspire us as well to kind of modernize it a little bit. It's a meat and potatoes joint.
Yeah.
We joke that we sell a $50 baked potato and everything else comes with it free. So I mean, it's pretty much
That's a great deal.
you know, but it's all like it's hand cut steaks.
Relish tray is imperative with some kind of cheese element salad, like the side, and you better finish with an ice cream drink.
What about the old fashioned? Isn't that kind of a famous Wisconsin?
Yeah, that's
drink,
before
you think?
dinner.
Oh!
And during dinner.
Oh.
And after dinner.
That makes
And then at home.
And then at home, yep.
Start with sugar.
Okay.
bitters. Don't skimp on bitters. This is what gives it like a really beautiful, rich, warm amber color. Now, it should be brandy sweet traditionally, which this is going to be a sweet cocktail as they are. A little dash of good old 7-Up.
Ooh, okay.
Expand my out.
Look it up.
Brandy.
Party.
And then the traditional garnish is cherry and orange. This is what's called a ruby earring.
A ruby earring.
It does kind of look like an ear with the...
You can see it? Good.
Yeah, I see it.
Very cool.
All right.
Wow.
That was good. That was good. Good stuff.
That could be before, during, and after.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can see why
That's very good.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
You're not going to find a television here. This is, philosophically, we're stuck with this old-timey kind of like books, good conversation, honest cocktails, generous portions, so you're able to have deep conversations and meet people. And there's, it doesn't take long at the bar before like everyone, strangers are all like, patting each other on the back,
Yep.
like friends by the time they leave.
Sweet.
So does Minnesota have those kind of clubs, or is it just Wisconsin that has supper clubs?
Minnesota does have some supper clubs. I know, like our affiliate Care has done stories down in the Twin Cities area about, there's the popularity is coming back with supper clubs because it's such a fun vibe and experience there.
Yeah. I've never actually been to a Minnesota supper club, but now that I experienced that lovely Wisconsin one, I think I'm going to have to seek some more out.
Totally.
I know there's one too just outside Superior called Dreamland.
Oh yeah,
Supper Club.
I've been there before. Yep.
I was there a long time ago with my family. That one fantastic. The Ranch Supper Club in Hayward, also fantastic.
So
We
good.
loved getting to meet those folks and share a little bit about their story. Really good
That
time.
won't be our last old fashioned, by the way.
Yeah.
We've had a few on this show.
We'll be some old fashioned fans going forward.
Still ahead, we are going to be talking all about tomorrow's show. A whole ton of fun in store for you all as we welcome in the month of March. Stay with us.
Welcome back, folks. Tomorrow on Northern Life, we're checking out a Willy Wonka scam that's just too wild not to talk about here on this show. Plus, we'll talk about why perfectionism can be tough to deal with and share how you can help your kids who may struggle with it. Perfectionism, yeah, it can be a tough thing, isn't it?
Apparently, this Willy Wonka exhibit that was up for, I don't know, visitation, or I don't know what you call it, for visitors.
Were they dead?
That might have been the wrong choice of words. That place was not considered to be perfect, so I'll talk more about that tomorrow.
Shoot.
But yeah, perfectionism is tough. I know it's tough for many.
Yeah.
You know what Hunter's perfect at? I don't know if you guys noticed at home. Yeah, he loves to start his segments with that little hand, whatever. What would you call it?
It's a hand rub or something. What's that called?
Hand warmers?
Hand warmers. Yeah, you're warming up your hands.
Does it have an origin for the move, or is
Not really. I think it's more. I don't know if it's not a nervous tick, but it's more so like you're trying to talk with your hands.
Yeah.
It's one of those little things.
Maybe it brings you comfort. Maybe it brings you comfort, and when you do this motion, so that
Like
way
a
you don't.
security blanket. Yeah.
You're like Ricky Bobby. You're like, I don't know what to do with my hands, so you just warm it up.
That's exactly what I do.
Hunter's just going to start holding his hands up here. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Find some time to throw a line or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.